The mentality of what a team is willing to accept and what a team isn't willing to accept is the most important thing that you can see play out on the field, on the ice, on the court. When I look at what we saw from the Chicago Bulls last night, it felt like a game where Modest Buzelis took the fact that Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan wanted to come back into his building and wanted to put on a show for the fans that they used to be in front of personally. It felt like a game that Josh Giddey took personally. It felt like a game that Chicago took personally. And that's a mindset we haven't seen enough play out on this court. The Bulls are playing some great team basketball right now. They're moving the ball around well. They're getting stuff. But I saw a play last night where Zach LaVine came down strong right at Vooch. Bump, tough lay, finish. And then I saw Vooch come back down, get into a switch action, get on Zach LaVine, turn around, and drop the ball right over him, right back at you. Saw a play where Zach LaVine comes down, he dunks it. Boom. I see Modest on the other end. Tough take going right at DeMar DeRozan, fighting through lay. I see a team that is taking the fact that guys are coming down and scoring on me personally. I see a team, and that's been all season, but I think what we saw last night and kind of it was not the extended, what's the right way to say, the heightened version of it was you saw a team that said, listen, they want to come in here and prove that it wasn't the right choice not to pay them. It wasn't the right choice to move on from them, and they want you to miss it. It's when the old shorty come to town. Old shorty come to town. She looking, she looking good. She got everything going on. She got a new dude on her. She trying to make you a little jelly that you didn't let her go. Meanwhile, Modest Buzelis out here with his new thing on his arm, and he like, let me show you what I got. 27 points last night for Modest. I thought that, he really came out and competed in a great way last night. I thought defensively, he in that third quarter, they didn't allow anything really to get going. Yet again, another day we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in double figures. Kevin Huerter has been an absolute godsend for the Chicago Bulls here. And I'll tell you what, the kind of basketball that Josh Giddey and Nikola Vucevic are playing, you can win a lot of basketball games with that. 13, 7, and 4, and 14. 13 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists for Nikola Vucevic, 20, 12, and 8 for Josh Giddey, 20 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds there. You had another 4 guys that scored 9 points in the game. The Bulls, I truly believe, moving on from Zach LaVine, not to say that I'm not as low of a play as some people are on Zach, but I do think that you have to cater to him as a player, right? When he's paid the contract that he's paid, you have to kind of get him the ball, get him his shots, and then everybody else tries to get their shots around it. There's nobody with that ego right now on this team. There's nobody with that mindset right now on this team. And it's why, to me, I truly feel like the Bulls kind of went about this offseason trying to rebuild Lonzo Ball between 2 players. You re-signed Josh Giddey. You go out and you sign Isaac Okoro. And I think that was your goal, to turn those 2 together into Lonzo Ball. I think it's why you're seeing Okoro start right now. Remember, when Lonzo was here, Lonzo was guarding everybody. He was facilitating everything. He was moving the basketball around. He was shooting the 3 ball. He was doing everything you needed him to do. Lonzo couldn't stay healthy here, unfortunately. Now it truly feels like you have a player between Isaac Okoro and Josh Giddey who, Josh Giddey, second year in this offense, second year running this offense. And don't think of, I know Baki's out. Yeah, Baki's out on the Bulls until the Bulls basically make a real playoff run. He said, Pat, it's 4 games. Let's wait till next weekend after playing teams like the Knicks, Bucks, and Cavs. Well, first off, we started off playing 3 playoff teams this year. Now, if we're still having a winning record after those games, then maybe I'm like, okay, we've got 4 wins. We can only lose, I guess we could be 4-4, but we wouldn't have a losing record if we lost all of those games. But I get what you're saying with that. Here's my point in this. This is not a small sample size of games. This is a team that is continuing what we saw them do last season that we all were so excited about to finish out the year. But remember that part of the season don't matter. That part we don't care about the end of the season. Nobody cares about the end of the season. Nobody cares about those 22 games after the All-Star break. Nobody cares about those 40 games in the middle of the season. They just trying to make sure they don't get hurt. Nobody cares about those first 20 games. Nobody cares about anything in the regular season. Apparently. Maybe it's just the fans. Maybe the players do care. And I tell you what, these players care a little different this year. If you haven't watched any NBA this year, tap in. This is the best start to an NBA season I've seen since 2010. This is the best start to an NBA season I've seen since 2010. I mean, everybody's competing. Everybody's going at it. Everybody's taking the seat. I remember people being like, what's the NBA going to be once LeBron leaves? Pretty good. It might be the fact that LeBron's still holding on that's holding this league back. Let it go, Bron. It's okay. Let me do the Colin Cowherd. We're good. You got sciatica? Go rest that back. Go help Jaylen Brown get his hair done. We're good. The NBA is back. And maybe it's because it's on NBC. But to me, I truly feel like you're watching a Bulls team that has been unlocked by what Josh Giddey has been able to, how Josh Giddey has been able to come into this second season under Billy's system and truly control everything. And you found another guy who in his second season under Billy Donovan's system, season and a half, I guess, and Trey Jones has flourished in his role. And it is the funny part about this, right? And I did this over on Locked On Bulls. Let me pull this stat up here. Because I think this is the part that Bulls fans did. When you hear AK say, you can find a team of 10 really good guys and that team, essentially that team can go out there and be a top team in the conference. The 2012-2013 Denver Nuggets. And this is how AK is trying to build this. Corey Brewer, Wilson Chandler, Kenneth Faried, Evan Fournier, Danilo Gallinari, Jordan Hamilton, Andre Iguodala, Costa Koufos, Ty Lawson, JaVale McGee, Andre Miller, Quincy Miller, Timofey Mozgov, Anthony Randolph, Julian Stowe. Name me the star on that team. Maybe you could say Iggy. Maybe. But I don't even know if I'd go that far. Iggy at that point was averaging, you can't even say Iggy. Iggy at that point was averaging 13 points a game. Some really good defense. That team won 57 games in a Western Conference that had Kobe Bryant, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan. The Warriors were getting themselves going at that point, so Stephen Curry is there. That team won 57 games. That's the kind of team that AK is trying to build here. That now, does that team win a championship? No, they lost in the first round of the West Conference playoffs. They did. And I think the next year, kind of same roster, that team ended up winning They made some changes. You had Aaron Brooks and stuff like that. They had some injuries. Team ended up winning 36 games. I'm not saying it's the end all be all. I'm not even saying it's the be all. But I think when you have a conversation on trying to develop a young star that you're hoping Modest Buzelis ends up becoming, while trying to win games, that's the kind of team that you have to build. And AK may end up being right about his 8 to 10 good players being enough to go out there and win games. And it surely seems like the Bulls have the depth at this point. Now, if Modest Buzelis turns into that star player, I think you can have a very different conversation on this Bulls team. We're not there yet. Truly, Modest just had his best game of the season last night. If he keeps playing like that, building like that, right, we're having a different conversation. The 3 ball was falling for him. That hasn't happened enough. But to me, can this Bulls team be similar to what we saw in 2012 with the Denver Nuggets? I think they can. I don't think 57 games. But you got an Eastern Conference right now that is beaten, battered, and I think as you're starting to see some of these games play out, there's just some teams that aren't very good that people thought were going to be good. People thought the Atlanta Hawks were going to be dogs this year. I was like, absolutely not. Zero chance I'm worried about Atlanta. Muzz was sitting there telling me the Orlando Magic had that next step in them. The Orlando Magic look exactly like the Orlando Magic did last season, but they have Desmond Bane now. So, like, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's something in the water. But apparently when everyone goes down there, they can't shoot anymore. But I look at what we're seeing early in the season. I'm not looking at this as a small sample size. I'm looking at this as who this Bulls team truly can be. And I think that if you're a Chicago fan right now, embrace this. What you're seeing from this team is sustainable. I don't think you need to wait for the big win that you got. You just beat 3 playoff teams to start the season. I don't think you need to wait for the statement win or this is how they're going to play. They move the ball well. At times they turn the basketball over a little bit too much. They fight their way back into games. Bears Junkie said, I can speak from experience. Florida water is trash. When I watch this team, I get excited because it's exactly what we saw in the second half of the season versus a lot of really good teams as well. And oh, by the way, no Kobe White, no Zach Collins, who please Zach Collins come back. Sweet Jesus, I didn't realize how bad we needed Zach Collins. I mean, Jalen Smith is just running. Like, I don't know what he's doing. Jalen Smith ain't seen a 3-point shot he don't like. Last night, I saw Jalen Smith take a one-legged fadeaway 3. While Zach LaVine was closing out and Domantas Sabonis had a hand up. Please, Zach Collins, I'm begging you, get healthy, brother. But if you're a Chicago fan right now, man, and you're excited, you should be. We got a lot of good stuff going on around the city. Hopefully we get a Bears dub this coming Sunday, and we'll have more breakdown on that as well moving forward throughout the week. And of course, hopefully we're able to get some more Bulls wins, some more Blackhawks wins, and we have a great offseason coming. Oh, we got Chicago Fire coming up. Yeah, I mean, a little Chicago Fire playoff game coming up, and hopefully we're able to get some good moves in the offseason from our baseball teams, especially the White Sox. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear down. One love. See red. Peace.
The best show for Chicago sports.